Hello to everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia online television, and you are listening to the Focus on Liberia Daily News with Gwendolyn Dorado. I bring you the headlines. Nokal ex-CEO addresses money laundering allegations. VP Coon commits government support to Liberia's energy sector. Monrovia Central Prison announces female inmate cell closure due to lack of space. CSA uncovers alarming disparities and fraudulent acts at government spending entities. And former Police Inspector General takes Access Recovery Task Force to court. Those were the headlines, and I'll bring you the news in details. The former chief executive officer for the National Oil Company of Liberia, Councillor Safayu May Gray, has responded to recent allegations of money laundering and corruption leveled against the organization, providing detailed insights into the procurement process that led to the disbursement of funds to BMC Group Incorporated and subsequent deposit into Sapel International Bank Liberia Limited. Councillor Gray clarified the BMC Group as payment for ongoing construction of the 7-story building headquarters of Nokal, leading to the awarding of contract was legitimate and transparent. She emphasized that the Nokal's 2023 budget was duly approved by the board and in alignment with Public Procurement Concessions Commission guidelines, allocated funds for the purchase of land for the commencement of the headquarters construction. The contract, signed on July 13th, preceded the issuance of the first check to BMC Company on the 17th of July, the timeline contradicting allegations that funds were disbursed without a contractual agreement in place. Timothy Kuda Jari, chairman of Nokal, reaffirmed the adherence to established protocols and the transparency of procurement process. He underscored the significance of the project in advancing Nokal's operations and emphasized the progress made with the headquarters construction, nearly 40% completion. The former administration expressed readiness to cooperate fully with Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission investigation. Vice President Jeremiah Coon has reiterated the government's unwavering commitment to bolstering the energy sector to attract investment and foster economic growth. Addressing attendees through a proxy at the launch of the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission's LERC database management system on Wednesday, VP Coon acknowledged the significant challenges facing the sector. He emphasized the government's determination to address the challenges and improve the lives of citizens, highlighting the government's ARREST agenda, which focuses on agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. VP Coon underscored the importance of capacity building and institutional strengthening. He praised the African Development Bank for its support in achieving the milestone and expressed optimism the LRC regulatory database management system would facilitate digital interactions with licensees and consumers. Mani Captain, CEO of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, hailed the success at the LERC to its highly trained and qualified professionals. The administration of the Monrovia Central Prison under The Ministry of Justice has announced the closure of female inmate cell due to lack of space at the detention center. According to authorities at the detention center, there is no adequate accommodation for additional inmates and that nothing plans are underway to increase the capacity of the cell. The Monrovia Central Prison, which is under the Ministry of Justice, is the biggest detention center in Monrovia. Civil Service Agency Director General Josiah Jokai has disclosed that the agency has uncovered wanton disparities and other fraudulent activities at various government spending entities. Speaking at the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism on Wednesday, Mr. Jokai noted that the disparities have led to an alarming average monthly wage expenditure of US $23.5 million. According to the CSA boss, the situation caused the past administration to have spent US $6.1 million in the last fiscal year alone on consulting services. At the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, Mr. Jokai said a significant portion of the workforce, represented by 69 individuals, could not be properly accounted for, strongly suggesting the presence of ghost employees. Also, at the Liberia National Police, 98 employees remained untraceable, raising suspicions on fictitious personnel on payroll. Subsequently, the CSA is thoroughly reviewing the payroll and incomplete personnel action notices of the individuals concerned for further action, and that the CSA remains steadfast in its commitment to the immediate reform process to foster a more accountable, efficient, and productive civil service for all Liberians. According to a Facebook post on social media, the former Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Patrick Sudio, has reportedly taken the Assets Recovery Task Force to court for wrongfully impounding his private vehicle this week. In reaction to the task force action, the former police chief released a snapshot of documents certifying that he legally got the vehicle that was seized by the team justifiably and the action was done wrongfully. The Assets Recovery Task Force, under the chairperson, Councillor Edwin Clark Martin, has been impounding several vehicles belonging to the government of Liberia, with latest being the former Inspector General of the National Police, Patrick Sudio. Efforts by the Global News Network Liberia to speak to the former Police Inspector General via mobile phone regarding his action against the Assets Recovery Task Force was not fruitful. However, speaking to the chairman of the team, Councillor Edwin Martin, as to whether he is aware of the former police chief Sudio's court proceeding against the Assets Recovery Task Force, he said he is not aware of any court action against his group. That does it for the Focus on Liberia Daily News. I bring you a recap of the headlines. Nocal ex-CEO addresses money laundering allegations. VP Coon commits government support to Liberia's energy sector. Monrovia Central Prison announces female inmate cell closure due to lack of space. CSA uncovers alarming disparities and fraudulent acts at government spending entities. And former Police Inspector General takes Assets Recovery Task Force to court. On behalf of the management and staff of Focus on Liberia, many thanks to our listeners and viewers. We urge that you keep following us and share our videos. My name is Gwendolyn Dorado. I present it.